Greetings. I'm John Peterson from School Administrators of South Dakota, and with me today I have Jim Parry, Dr. Jim Parry, who has been associated and affiliated with TIE out of Rapid City for the past, 24, 25 years. Jim is no longer the director. Julie Mathieson took that place, but Jim still is involved in some special projects. So welcome to our podcast, Jim.
Thank you. I'm glad to have the opportunity.
All right. With that said, we've got to move right along here, Jim. We've got 10 minutes, and when we're down here at the TIE conference, and I've been attending this thing for probably as long as we've had it, which has been several years. And what I'll always remember about you, Jim, is you were the guy 20 years ago that was telling us that technology is going to revolutionize education, that someday kids might be walking around with a computer, of all things, and they might become educated through a computer, and that there might even be tablets. And remember that a long time ago, Jim? And you were up there and we're going, oh my gosh. So we all know what technology, how it has revolutionized learning and instruction. Jim, I wonder, a lot of our guests out there wonder, where are we going to be at 10 years from now?
Well, I've certainly joined the group that said, oh my gosh, okay. Last night at the conference, the keynote was Leslie Fisher. And she talked about some of the emerging technologies. And she said that one of the technologies that we want to watch is the iPad that obviously became available just a couple of weeks ago. Not because the iPad is everything, but because the iPad represents a whole new generation of technologies that are going to be so transparent and so available and so friendly to users that we're going to see, I think, literally an explosion of technology use. And it's going to impact education directly. And so I really think, you've alluded to the fact that we've already reached the point where we see computers in schools on a one-to-one basis. But I think we're going to see those computers not as so external to the learning process as they are yet today. I think we're going to see the iPad kind of devices become very internalized in that I can't even tell you what time it is without looking at my iPad because it's so much of my daily operation. iPad's going to have your textbooks on it. It's going to have your lessons on it. It's going to be exactly what you're dependent on to function day to day in that classroom environment. And so I think it is a real indication of where the technology is moving. And so I think you and I need to get our iPads.
Well, I've had a few people encourage me that I should get an iPad, and, we might as well get on board because, I do want to be on the cutting edge, no matter what the age is.
John, I'd make one more observation there, and that is another thing that I see as I look back on 25 years, is I really see us having some disparity because of the technology. I look at the general public, and their involvement with technology is significant, but I think it's on a more level plane than the technology that obviously our students are engaging with. iPad, case in point.
Yeah.
And so we see this curve of technology users just exploding, and then we see the rest of us making progress, but at a different rate. And so we've got some real technology disparity that's evolving, and I think we've got to pay attention to that as leaders in education.
Yes, good point. Jim, as I told our guests here that are tuning in, we're at the TIE conference. What year is this? How many years have we?
24.
This is the 24th TIE conference. Okay. Well, what brought it about? What were your thoughts? Why did you establish the TIE conference?
Well, 24 years ago, we were talking about Apple IIs, we were talking about Commodore PETs, Ataris. We were talking about really primitive microcomputers, and most of us had little or no experience with those kinds of tools. And so the TIE project came on board in South Dakota, and we saw the conference as an opportunity to pull together folks where there'd be some of those tools to begin to introduce them to the tools and the opportunities of those tools at one place and one time, and sort of build a network or community of folks interested in technology. And so that's where it started.
Good. It's been helpful. It certainly has. Jim, we just got out of a meeting, you and I and several other people, in regards to learning power. And that was kind of your brainchild. Learning power is advanced placement for students in South Dakota. Why don't you share with our group here? And we've got 3-4 minutes left, but take some time and explain to the audience what learning power is all about.
You bet. I think there's no better example in South Dakota of a marriage of technology and schooling than learning power, because we're using the technology in an online form to make course instruction available to students across South Dakota. And so Learning Power, through grant resources and the support of the Department Virtual School, Northern E-Learning Center, is making available 7 online AP courses, and they're accessible to any student across South Dakota. So suddenly, if I'm that student in that small rural school, I have access, perhaps for the very first time, to an AP course. And so we've really enriched the instructional environment for high-level learners in South Dakota, and we've leveled the playing field for high-level learners in South Dakota. And the program's still evolving, but the response has been tremendous, and we already have success that shows that students in online AP courses can be as successful as students in face-to-face courses.
And it's been going on for 2 years, Jim. This is the second year.
We're in our second year. Students who score 3 or higher on the AP course exam take those credits to the post-secondary university, so they save tuition, as well as they earn a $100 incentive for having completed the course successfully. The 7 courses we offer are courses in science, math, and English. So the science and math would be biology, chemistry, physics, statistics, calculus, and then 2 AP English course options.
Okay. And right now, with the grant, I mean, it's an outstanding grant. You're providing professional development for teachers.
Yes.
I don't know if you mentioned a stipend of $100 to the students, you know. And right now, I think we've got 60. I think, was that the number?
60 districts.
60 out of 154 districts, I think, in South Dakota. And Jim, you know, you and I have talked about this. I mean, I don't see how a district could not be interested in this, especially the smaller districts. I realize some of our larger districts, but we talked at our meeting that there are larger districts that you know don't have the numbers to teach a certain type, and so you have a few of those. But in a smaller district, this is a way to meet the needs of all students.
No ifs, ands, or buts. And we are certainly not operating Learning Power to supplant current AP efforts in schools. We're really glad for any AP opportunity for a student. But you hit the nail on the head. This makes the AP opportunity available for those students who have not had that opportunity available for it, and we know it is a strong, rigorous experience. And we see the results of it already in terms of the student feedback.
And there's how many years left of this now?
We have 2 more years.
We have 2 more years.
2 more school years. Registration is open right now. And so this is the right time for administrators, for school districts to look at registering those students for those classes. If they go to the South Dakota Virtual School site, they will see the Learning Power icon and can learn more about that opportunity.
Or I'll bet they could go to the TIE site as well, or call out to you folks. And
We'd be glad to respond.
Well, Jim, the 10 minutes have gone quickly. We appreciate you stopping by and giving us 10 minutes of your time. And thanks for bringing the TIE conference to South Dakota.
Well, thank you. It's been my privilege.
Okay.